Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. So today we're going to be talking about the awesome, shiny, brand new iPhone X. So it comes with a beautiful new design, a whole new type of interface, and lots of new features such as Face ID, for example, and that new sensor also comes with animojis, which I wasn't able to show you here, unfortunately. But let's get into the Face ID first. So I tried to show it to you guys here. I also did a video on the software completely separate, so you can see the whole setup of the Face ID. But it's a very quick setup. You just kind of spin your head around in circles. It measures, well, it pretty much reads your facial structure and facial features, and it does that twice, and then you're all good to go. So it's a very easy, quick process, and I didn't see any problems with it. Now let's move on to the design. So I think the glass black back on the iPhone X, for the black one, it looks a lot like the jet black from the iPhone 7 Plus. I don't see much of a difference there, but it's really nice. You can see you don't see the antenna lines or anything like that. Although the camera does pop out a little bit, as you can see. You got your longer power button, still no headphone jack. And you can see it there, and there's our beautiful screen. Now, it's an OLED screen this time, so it's way brighter. It was produced by Samsung, although Apple did have quite the say in how the screen would be calibrated, how it would work, all that type of stuff. So Apple did do a lot of work on this screen as well, and the work and the collaboration work between Apple and Samsung on the screen really paid off, because it's just a stunning screen. There's no other way to say it. It's the best iPhone screen I've ever seen, bright, high resolution, and there's really nothing better I could ask for. Now I'm going to move on to the operating system. Now, it's quite a learning curve, as you can see here. I had a bunch of problems with the multitasking because I forgot that for the multitasking, to close out of the little windows, close the little cards, you have to hold down on one of the cards first, and it brings up like a little minus button. And then you could close out of them. And I also had trouble getting the notification center to go down, things like that. But you'll see here, I had trouble with it, the multitasking, because I didn't know how it worked for a little while, then I figured out, oh yeah, that's how it works. and then I was good. So it's a little bit of a learning curve. If you don't want a huge learning curve, then this isn't the phone for you. But if you're fine with the learning curve and you just want that nice, beautiful new design, nice OLED screen, new features, all that, then you should be fine. And you get the hang of it, as you can see here. I finally figured it out, and now I never forget that that's how you close the apps on there. So it just takes getting some used to. And there are a little bit of some glitches, some bugs, and a whole new set of gestures. You have to hold down the power button and the volume up button to take a screenshot. And the screenshots, I'll show you what they look like. See, there's a little bit of glitching there. I won't open. Okay, there we go. And it's just emptiness where the notch is. But it still shows that top part where your status bar is on the screenshot. So it's still a completely square screenshot. What else? Oh yeah, anyways, the software on here, I believe that it'll improve, but right now there are some issues there, like some glitches, and not all of the apps are optimized for the new notch screen type thing yet. So some apps, you have a big black bar on the top and bottom that are basically like wasted space right now, but I assume in upcoming software updates and upcoming app updates, everything will be good. The apps will update to fit the screen, and the software will be updated to be more speedy and smooth and buttery smooth on this nice new iPhone. Another question that a lot of people have regarding the iPhone X is whether that notch is really distracting or not. So I just want to clear the notion that it's distracting, because I barely noticed the notch. Like, I barely noticed it during my use of it. It kind of just looks like a little black part of the screen. Like a little blank black part of the screen. I don't really notice that it's a notch, like that's an actual piece or component of the phone, unless I'm looking specifically for it. but it's certainly not distracting from my experience. I didn't get distracted from it even once, so it's not distracting at all, actually. So if you're worried about the notch being distracting, don't worry at all, because from my experience, it isn't distracting. But looking from the top, it actually looks really cool how the screen just elegantly curves around in its notch fashion. So that's really cool. Um, and it gives you extra real estate at the top there. So it pushes all your status bar stuff into that top corner so that you get extra screen room. So I think that's worth it, and I enjoy it. As for the overall size of the iPhone 10, it's really barely much bigger than the iPhone 6, 7, and 8. As you can see here, it fits in my hands very well, and I can reach pretty much almost all of the screen. And you can see here, it's very easy for me to hold it and move it around in one hand. I don't really have much trouble with that, as it's much smaller than the iPhone 6 Plus, 7 Plus, and 8 Plus. It's very, very close to the size of the iPhone 7 and iPhone 8, so if you have one of those phones, if you're moving from one of those phones, you'll barely notice the bump in size. And if you're on the Plus and you're moving to this, it'll be a relief to move to a smaller phone like this, still with a big screen. So this phone is truly the future of Apple. This is the way Apple's going. And because of that, Apple put in really good specs, really good chips, processors. So the performance is great, and it will be great for a long, long, long time. So you don't have to worry about this thing slowing down quickly. In fact, Apple will probably improve it over time to make the experience even better on this interface without the home button and the cool notch. So that's gonna do it for this video. So if you have any questions or any comments, leave them in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Actually, just before I go, I wanted to let you know, if you didn't see my previous video, I have a video solely focused on my review of the software, and I show you how to do certain things in the software, like how to do your regular everyday things without the home button, all the new gestures, things like that. And I show you all the positives and negatives of the new software, new aspect ratio, all that, in my previous video called iPhone 10 Review Software. So I'll link that in the description below if you want to check that out. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy these videos. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.